Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Happy Monday. It's our Monday. How was everybody's day yesterday? Did everybody do a CEO day and focus on their business? Hope so. It's actually really nice to have that Monday, that morning where we're not trading and it's part of our plan and we can kind of just focus on the things we need to focus on. So I feel like if you're trading with no business plan, then you're kind of just playing a video game. So, yeah. Anyway, today is day 2 of our 21-day trading challenge. So I'm taking absolutely no trades for 21 days. And in this time, in this period, my goal really is to be very aware of my emotions in the market, because I find I jump into trades too soon, or I don't hold my trades to target and then I want to jump in again, and just a lot of emotions really creating a rocky trading session. And also too that reinforcing that habit of sitting down and taking no trades really creates our abundance mindset and takes us away from scarcity. Because the more that we meet the market with scarcity in our mind and in our hearts, then the more that's reflected back onto us. Because the world is actually a mirror. What we feel and who we are is what we project onto the world and consequently project on the market. So if we're feeling lack and we're feeling like we just got to get this, then the market really will humble us. But the more that we can come back to ourselves and be in a sort of meditative state would be the more that we can conquer everything. So the first thing we can do is we can start with our journal. Well, you guys know I've had this journal. But I found that I was doing my business stuff and my trading journal at the same time, and it just wasn't working for me. So I got a new journal. And this one is going to be strictly for pre-market trading journaling. And then that way, everything's all in one place and everything is day after day after day. And I find that works the best. So everybody take out their journals. First thing we're going to do is write the date. Today is November 11th, which is actually Remembrance Day. That I feel like is a very important day to show our respect and our appreciation to all of the soldiers from World War I and World War II that allowed us and allowed our countries to be free. Many people have different ideas of the war, and I do too, but the soul sacrifice and the family sacrifice and the sacrifice of our men should always be remembered and respected and appreciated. So we'll take that into our hearts as we write down the date. Thank you very much. And then we can go on to our pre-market journal. So we talked about it many times. The way we're doing our journal is very specific. Our goal here is to reprogram our subconscious mind and write down our goals as if they've already happened. So writing our goals in the past tense, along with adding little pieces of gratitude, really allows us to trick our brain into thinking it already happened. And if it already happened, then we're going to continue down that path of acting that way. So keep in mind, today we are taking no trades. So our journal should, in fact, reflect that. So I'm going to take a moment here. I'm going to write in my journal. You write in your journal, and then I'll show you guys my journal afterwards. Okay? Let's go. All right. Well, that's my journal. I did it actually pretty quick. They all just, came out. So, and that's too what I find is important is you don't want to think too hard. You just want to write. You get the next point, you write. Next point, write. And then that's done. Fill the page, feel good, take a step back. So, pre-market journal on November 11th. Let's take a look here. I am very grateful for the idea to have built my discipline trading by taking no trades today. I am very grateful to have tuned to an abundance mindset by doing the 21-day trading challenge. Yes. I am so grateful that my patience and self-awareness has allowed me to become profitable day trading futures. Perfect. So great journaling session. I actually really love that. And I have found so much benefit from just writing in my journal. I don't know if you guys have a journal, but I have just been writing the fuck out of it every day. Everything I have, I go journal. And another thing that I've been doing that I actually really enjoy is, do you know about binaural beats? So our brain has certain frequencies, and depending on which state your brain is will depend on which frequency it's emitting. So you can kind of hack that by going onto Spotify, typing in binaural beats, and then picking one. So alpha is a thinking brain wave, and then you have theta, which is like more of a dream-like brain wave, and then delta, gamma, whatever. So depending on what you want to do, so when I'm trying to think and be creative, what I'll do is I'll put on that binaural beat and just get right to it. And I find it is amazing. So now we are going to do our prayer. So the first minute here is going to be us in silence. So take the time to thank yourself and take the time to be grateful to you and to God for our journey here. And I will lead us in a prayer in another minute. So enjoy. Perfect. All right. So first, I would like to take a moment to thank me and to thank you for showing up every day, working towards our goals and our dreams of financial freedom and every other freedom you can think of. In order to be free in this society, we have to believe in ourselves. Because the less we believe in ourselves, the more we work for other people. So when we can be grateful and see the light inside of us and use that light to build the life of our dreams, that is when magic happens. So thank you, all my friends, for joining me here on this 21-day trading challenge. And thank you to God for the idea. Thank you. Amazing. Thanks for joining me in that. So now we can take a look at the charts. To be honest, the charts don't really matter. They do, but they don't. So my top step here actually has lost a daily candle. And I do have all these levels up here, but I've just been saving them for when we come back to them. So really what I'm looking at is we've got this big 1 hour here. Kind of been bopping around in. ES has the same. Actually, there's a little bullish SMT where ES has just tapped into that 1 hour. Did it tap into it? Yeah. ES just tapped into it. But NQ's kind of been floating around it for a while. Couple of 15s there. But really, I think that 1 hour is pretty important looking at the reaction out of ES. So let's go back to the 1 hour. Okay, we got a 1 hour intermediate term high here. Let's take a look at the 4 hour really quick. Oh, we got a tiny 4 hour here. Let's mark that first. Perfect. And then the 1 hour, we've got our intermediate term high. We've got this intermediate term low here. That's yesterday's market open session. Okay, we got an Asia high here. Actually, what time is this one at? 1, that's not the kill zone. Ooh, do we have equal highs there? Kinda. Close. So this would be our Asia kill zone. No, actually it's the second one. Asia kill zone starts at 8. London high. Yeah, this is our London high. Okay. So let's mark these out. Asia. As you guys know, I'm not too big on the Asia London anymore. I kind of just look for highs inside of fair value gaps. Oh look. Yeah, we're like really holding this one here to the left. The 4 hour closed above, but that 1 hour is pretty huge, and we lost steam as we came out of it. Intermediate term high. Oops. Okay, Asia high, ITH, 1 hour. ITH 1 hour, London. Now it looks like that London low that ends at 5 was swept. So if we're gonna go up, I imagine now would be the time. Let's take a look at ES. 8 o'clock. Here's that high. London. Here. 1 hour. Oh, the 1 hour does not look as nice on ES as it does on NQ. Okay, so that is a 4 hour. We're looking at ES right now. Got this really obvious wick. This really obvious wick, which also is in our new week opening gap. And then there, that's basically our levels for today. Huge 1 hour here. Actually, a huge 1 hour that hasn't been touched. And the 4 hour also hasn't been touched. Let's see what that 1 hour looks like. I will mark out the 1 hour. Perfect. Usually Tuesday puts in the low of week, but not every time. I don't think it did last week. So it's just good to know. We actually do have a lot of levels here. Now we can take a look at BOOKMAP. So let's go down to the lower time frame. 640 and 645. So somewhere around here, we've got a lot of orders sitting on BOOKMAP. 640. Okay. So BOOKMAP orders. Perfect. Now we have some bigger orders coming in, but it's not that big. It's only 100. I wouldn't say that it's a big spoof. And then ES actually has orders to the bottom. So NQ has orders to the top. ES has orders to the bottom. So let's take a look at that on the 5-minute. So 6835, which is right where our low was, pre-market low, 6835. BOOKMAP orders. Perfect. So far the first thing I'm seeing is that the delta is pretty green. We have a couple of red squares, but most of the squares I'm seeing are green. Oh, on ES. And then on NQ, the squares are a little more red. The CVD is red on both, but it's a lot more red on NQ. And CVD is cumulative volume delta, which means are people going long or short? So it looks like most people are going short right now. So we have about 2 minutes here to market open. And what I would really like to start implementing is a before market open meditation. So we're going to take about 1.5 minutes here. And we are going to close our eyes. And we're just going to focus on our breathing. So what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in through our nose for 7. Hold it for 2. And then push it out through our mouth for 8. And what this should do is calm our nervous system so that we can go into market open with a fresh mind. So let's go. In for 7, hold for 2, now out for 8. And as you push it all out, just feel all that stress leaving your body. I feel it. So we're going to go again in for 7. And when we breathe in, let's breathe in magic. Let's breathe in amazing feelings. So hold for 2. Now find your darkest feelings and breathe them out. And as we breathe out, we allow our body to just completely relax. And markets open. Another thing I strongly recommend is muting your phone. I find my phone really disturbs me.
Sweep NQ sellers. Sweep NQ sellers. Iceberg NQ buy. Sweep NQ buyers.
So price is going up, but the cumulative volume delta is getting bigger.
Stop ES buy.
ES is hitting VWAP right now. I wondered why that candle was so small. Okay, so we got a wick on both sides actually. It's good liquidity draw. So let's see what happens. Big iceberg. 555 orders that came in on NQ. Delta pretty neutral except for one big red square. And then ES pretty neutral too. Oh, okay. So we took the liquidity there. Let's see what happens. Pumping. We pamping.
Stop NQ buy. Stop NQ buy.
NQ is going up, but ES is going down. To be fair though, ES just hit VWAP. We've got those. So some of them were removed. We still have just a little bit here at 4.5. So let's push this down. 4.5 bookmap orders. So we inversed this.
Stop NQ sell.
We inversed that, and then we retested it, and on the retest, we kind of went right back up. So are we going to go to 645? I would imagine. Oh, I want to look at those equal eyes here. Yes, yes. Look at those. Those look fucking great. Equal high plus H high. Ooh. So we took that liquidity, the liquidity of the open candle, and now we're really going back up. Well, now we were going down. Stupid VWAP. Still holding that 1 minute. Do we have a first presented fair value gap? No, kind of choppy. That's one thing I've really been looking for is that first presented fair value gap. Do we make one? If we do, how does price react to it? I took a couple inversions off of that first presented fair value gap, but they weren't perfect and they didn't work out, so. But that 1 minute here really held. Not a 2 minute, more of a pattern trade. 3 minute, yeah, we got a 3 minute, but it's invalid.
Sweep NQ sellers. Absorption NQ
Even
buyers.
this 3 minute here, look, this one held. We formed it, we held it, and now we're still kind of moving off that. Didn't really sweep liquidity, more just a tap into a fair value gap. So ES is struggling at VWAP. I am seeing some orders come in at 600. So right where this wick is here on BOOKMAP. So I'm not quite sure if it's actually support, because generally when we see support, it's like 5, 6, 7, 1,000 orders, and then price runs away from it. But if it's about 100 orders or less, then I find that
Stop NQ buy.
price tends to gravitate towards it. We saw a lot of that on Friday. ES still has this big, huge pool down here. 6835. Oh, now they're gone. They've been moved down a little bit. About a point.
Stop NQ buy. Sweep NQ buyers. Sweep NQ
Right,
buyers.
so we're going for those
Stop
bookmap orders.
NQ buy. Absorption NQ sellers. Sweep NQ
ES is
buyers.
going for that London high. Not yet though. Still under VWAP. Okay, so it looks like NQ took them. Whoa. And that was a quite the quick reaction, to be honest.
Stop NQ sell.
613. We had a high inside of fair value gap that we took there too. Oh no, we did not. Actually didn't check my 5
Stop
minute
NQ sell. Stop NQ sell.
This is a high inside of fair value gap. So that could really be considered our Judas swing, where we come up, we sweep liquidity, and then we go down if we do go down.
Sweep NQ buyers.
ES did make a first presented fair value gap, but we kind of chopped through it and closed below it. Still have those orders at 600. And the delta is looking pretty neutral, so we'll have 300 buyers, 300 sellers. ES is more sellers, but it still looks kind of neutral in my eyes. So if we take these orders on BookMap and then we come down and we take these 600 orders, then that would be very interesting price action. So let's see that. I don't see that too often. Usually we either go for one side or the other. But yeah, okay, so now those orders have moved. So from 600 to 605, they're here. And remember, we just took orders here. 645.
Iceberg ES buy.
Coming for it. Still there. They're still there. There you go. Now we've taken it. And that's very interesting. Not something I've seen a lot of.
Absorption NQ buyers. Sweep NQ sellers.
So it looks like
Sweep
what
NQ
someone's
sellers.
doing is they're putting in orders and moving the market. So they put the orders here.
Iceberg ES sell.
The market came and took them. And then we put orders down here and we had the market move down that way. So now we can remove that. So really all we've done in the last 10 minutes is just chop. Chop. Pretty sure that if I was trading right now, I would have looked at this 1 minute. But there was no real liquidity sweep. This one here, we swept liquidity here, but not too much. And ES really is just
Iceberg ES
barcoding. So I know that if I was trading right now, I probably would be looking at this to close over. So let's just sit here with our calm heart. I'm actually feeling very calm. And just looking at the market. It's not something I've done in a very long time. And I feel like it really gives us an edge. Because we have our trading strategy edge. But then what about our mental edge? Our mental edge is just as important. So I'm actually seeing, okay, so 645 looks like it's coming back. Oh, we got 625 now. Okay, let's try that. 625 has come back. And then above, we've got 700, 750 orders.
Stop NQ sell. Deep NQ sellers. Stop ES sell.
But really what I'd like to see is some type of breakout from the range. Oh, look at that. That doesn't look too bad. We did not tap this. Let's look at the 15. Oh, okay. Look, we had triple equal highs here on ES on the 15-minute. Oh, that doesn't look too bad. Triple equal highs.
Sweet NQ buyers.
But really, there's not much. Like we've got a bunch of these 5 minutes here. Couple of 15s. We're holding the last gap in the leg, which we talk about a lot. So really, I guess what we'd like to see is this last gap in the leg close over. And if that closes over aligned with our 10 o'clock close, then we could really come down. But this V shape is really strong. It's not a balanced price range. It's just a fair value gap. But for how big it is and how obvious it is, I would say it's important. Now we can go back to our smaller time frame.
Absorption ES sellers.
While price is kind of being a little erratic, we're also not forming any fair value gaps. So it kind of tells us just to sit out and just wait, which we are obviously already doing, but it's good to remember that. So we haven't formed anything. Not a 1 minute, not a 2 minute.
The world we live in is about feelings, not bad intentions and energy. It'll let you decide, but the price action between us is what it finds.
Let's go back, take a look. So yeah, we can really see just like little splotches where orders come in and then orders are removed. So this is gone now. Not even any 30-second fair value gaps. We got this one here. But it's old now.
NQ buy.
It's from another leg. So we formed it, we swept it, and then we came back down. Ideally what you'd like is a fair value gap in this leg to inverse to go back up.
NQ buy.
Kind of created equal-ish highs. Oh, another thing that I've been doing as a part of this challenge is I don't check the market. So I've got Trading View on my phone, and after I'm done trading throughout the day, and then at Asia Open, and then when I wake up in the morning, I will check the charts, but I have been really forcing myself not to check the charts and to just come in with a clean mindset and just come in fresh. And that really also will help our abundance mindset, as if we're not like constantly looking. So I find that's been helping too. That and deleting all my social media off my phone. I finally got my screen time down by deleting social media off my phone. So if you want to get your screen time down, delete Facebook, delete Instagram, go from there. So it looks right now that price is really at an indecision. We have buyers and sellers, but no one is aggressive enough to break out of the range. And that's just what we're seeing.
Stop NQ buy.
And I have a pretty dry throat. I've just been dry coughing, as you can hear. Come on, do something. So yeah, either ES is gonna break out of VWAP or it's just gonna plummet. But I feel like if it was gonna plummet, it would have already done it. There we go.
Stop NQ sell. Stop NQ sell. Sweep NQ sellers.
Okay, let's see how big the delta gets on this. So far, neither has been impressive. We had a really big 500 delta here on this candle on ES. 644. Whew. 500 delta, but the candle was tiny, so that kind of tells us about get set.
NQ sell. Sweep
Oh, sorry guys.
Sweep NQ sellers. Stop NQ sell.
So now we've got,
Iceberg NQ sell.
they were thin orders, but now they're kind of coming in. So 25, 537. It's kind of at the end here. Okay, so now we've swept all of our lower liquidity. So it's either we're going to go up now or we're going to keep going down. ES hasn't though. ES is just kind of far behind. So yeah, here, 50, and then 37. It's all just about 50 to 70 orders sitting there. Usually that's kind of low resistance, and price will take it. But ES has got that 68.30. That's pretty heavy. It's about 400 orders sitting there.
Sweep and Q buyers. Sweep and Q buyers.
So Delta got pretty green actually. Minus 262, minus 50, minus 70, plus 230, plus 270, plus 90, plus 250. Oof. The delta on ES got really super red. The cumulative volume delta, oh, it doubled since market open. All right, so I do imagine we're gonna come down. Ideally, I'd like to see us fill the gap. I do really like those gap fill plays, or at least watch them, but we're kind of far from it right now. Let's see, current price. Yeah, okay. See, look at on ES. There's so many wicks there. Even on NQ, but ES is kind of just hovering around that really big order. We're about 4 minutes into the macro. Usually if we want to see price deliver, it would be around the macro. Oh, okay. So now we've got some support on NQ to push us down. Maybe we're gonna come up and take that. So it's at 590 here. 590 here. Bookmap orders. 200 and 100 at 590 and 585. Nothing on ES. Oh, yeah, we just came up and took that pretty fast.
Stop ES buy.
Oh, my
Sweep
bookmap
NQ
looks about
buyers.
a minute
Stop
behind.
NQ buy. Stop NQ buy. Absorption NQ sellers. Stop NQ buy. Stop NQ buy.
All right, this looks like a smart money reversal. So we took that pre-market low.
Stop NQ buy.
We had this really big candle here. Now we are inversing it with one candle. The 1 minute.
Stop ES5.
The 1 minute looks good.
Sweep NQ buyers. Sweep NQ buyers. Stop NQ buy.
Just before 10 o'clock too, so let's see. Yeah, we held the last cap in the leg. My favorite. Cool.
Stop NQ buy.
We also held the 1 hour. What's ES coming for? That was the London high. And a bit of a retracement to break through VWAP. Ooh, that's a good strategy. Yeah, so ES took that London high now. NQ did not go as high as ES did. ES went pretty friggin' high. If you did go break even here, though, it would be a break even trade because price. Well, it depends on when the break even happened.
Stop NQ buy.
This is London high. Oh no, this is London high. What is that? Oh, that's probably BOOKMAP orders. Yeah, more orders there. 55. And about a minute here to 10 o'clock. Although I can't really see what 10 o'clock is going to tell us. Forming a tiny 4 hour. Have another 4 hour there. And a 4 hour down here. $56. This is the 56 candle. The delta was pretty green. But then the 57 candle was greener. However, we kind of just came up and took that and then immediately started reversing. 'NQ hasn't even hit VWAP yet. So.
Sweep NQ sellers. Sweep NQ sellers.
So there's nothing even valid here. We did not take any liquidity. But you're not sweeping any higher time frame for value gaps. You could use the SMT. ES took the liquidity as a reversal, but I'm not really seeing
Stop NQ sell.
not really seeing an opportunity for reversal here. If ES had taken that London high and then NQ hit VWAP, I would consider it, but not that we're even taking trades, but just to see. What was that? Tiny red square reprinted. I would imagine it would be something like we come up, we take the liquidity so that we can come back down to take that big, huge section on ES at 68.30. Because a lot of times, if you want to go lower, you got to go higher first. Or if you want to go higher, you got to go lower and sweep that liquidity in order to give us the power to rocket. So that actually might have been what was happening, because we've seen a lot of stalling here. As we came down towards those orders on ES, price just stalled. But we do got a lot of roadblocks in the way. So we got that 1 minute, we got the 2 minute, and it's actually a balanced price range on both. So if we're really gonna go down, we would want to see that death candle. 3 minute. You could take this with the SMT, because ES did a liquidity sweep, but really this would be like an F setup. F setup. Okay, now the delta is getting red. But nothing major. No thousands, no 1600s, no 2000s. So we close below all of that.
Iceberg ES buy.
Close below the 2 minute. But look, this is kind of, you know, price action friggin' gaze, that we've got this down, this up, and then this down. So it's not really telling us much. It's still just kind of chopping, but forming our setup. There we go. 68.35. Oh, my book map must be just a little bit. Okay, it's about 15 seconds behind. Oh, there we go. There's 1,000 delta square red.
Sweep NQ sellers. Stock ES sell. Sweep NQ sellers. Stock NQ sell.
But as we printed that minus 1,000, then the next one was plus 1,000. So it's also kind of weird. So now it's moved a little bit. 630. We took 635.
NQ sellers. Absorption NQ sellers.
So really my theory there to go higher, to go lower worked out. So minus 1,000 on NQ. It wasn't as strong, but still some nice red ones. Okay, now we're printing red squares. NQ's got a bunch of liquidity built up right here, just some orders that are coming in. 2 lines. Somewhere here and here. I would not trust the long because we still got that 68.30 below. We took our pre-market low, which was the low of the day. Still inside that 1 hour that ES had just hit.
Sweep NQ sellers.
So really what we could be looking at is seek and destroy. It's good to identify it now because we've been going up, going down, sweeping liquidity on one, leaving liquidity on the other, and then kind of going for the opposite side of the range.
Sweep NQ buyers. Sweep NQ buyers.
Buyers, let's see, kind of green.
Sweep NQ buyers. Sweep NQ buyers.
But I think maybe too we can identify the seek and destroy by forming a fair value gap, inversing it, coming up, taking that liquidity on ES, and then inversing the fair value gap to the bottom. Okay, so 25612. Now we've got a pretty big algo order sitting there. So right here. So here's our bookmap orders right now. 612 and 537. However, 537 has a lot less orders. So let's see if this 612, which is about 300 orders, either gets taken or if it pushes us down.
Stop and Q buy.
Looks like some Trump stuff going on.
Stop and Q buy.
So are we going for 612 or are we going for 537? And if we go for 537, we're likely to take 68.30 on ES.
Stop and Q sell.
So how's everybody feeling? Any trades you would have taken today? I feel like this one would have got me. This one, yeah. And then this one. But when it closed, it was pretty invalid. Could have taken this one. But then this would have been a sign to go break even. All of them closed. Definitely would have been break even though. All right, 6:30, here we come. That is just me adjusting my VBOP. So 6:37, 5:37.
A real stories, my mom, said Mr. Kazemako. This bank holiday is making market move ass, but I will miss you and will look forward to
612 is still there. 325 orders, 612. But really, when you see candles like this, everything looks kind of neutral. So we're coming up, kind of strong. Fizzle, 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 fizzle. Okay, we come down a little bit, but not with strength.
Stop and Q buy.
And then pause before the liquidity gets swept. Same with
Stop and
ES.
Q buy.
So what I'm imagining is that there's not a lot of volatility. I actually did not check. Oh, look. Derpy doo. It's a bank holiday. I should have checked that one. All right, no wonder the market's moving like it's a bank holiday. There are no big players in the market. Let's see how yesterday moved. Actually, I didn't watch yesterday. I was doing some tax stuff. Trying to find a way to do my taxes. Okay, let's look at yesterday's market open. November 10th. Okay. Kind of pump. Come up, fizzle. Whoa, look at all these. What time is that at? Oh. I saw some people took this inversion. It's alright. It's just, it's kind of at the, it's on a different leg. What time's this at? 12. Oh yeah.
Stop and Q buy.
Sweep this. Go higher. Had I known today was a bank holiday, we would have taken today off. I generally take off the bank holidays. But it's still good to sit here and identify. Because honestly, had I not known it was a bank holiday, which I didn't before I signed in, I would have taken trades.
Sweep and Q sellers. Absorption and Q buyers.
But really, after watching that and knowing now it's a bank holiday, we can really identify why the price action is just so shitty. Yeah, so that 612 level really proved
Q sellers. Stop and Q sell.
really proved itself to be that support to push us down. So the bigger orders, there was 325 orders sitting there versus the 100
Absorption and
at
Q
537.
Sweep and Q sellers.
Those orders pushed us towards the smaller liquidity to be taken. Still haven't taken it yet on ES. We took it on NQ, but not on ES. So let's see what happens. Might be just a little bit of a pullback before we come down to take it. Other times I've seen those big liquidity pools not be grabbed. Oh, okay. So we're coming up now. Oh, okay. So now that we took that 537 on NQ, this is gone. And as we come back up, it has returned here. It's returned here. And now it's gone. So pulled price up. And then as price approaches it, it's gone. So let's see what happens. One thing I'm really noticing too is that when you're not looking for trades and when you're not taking trades, then the trading actually becomes quite boring. It really is that entering, exiting, finding your target, finding your stop loss, and all those emotions that make the time at our computer, the time trading, just go by so quick. I've had some market open sessions that just fly by. It's 10:45. But I've been finding that since I'm sitting here and waiting and just observing, that the practice requires a lot more discipline. Okay, so now we have 900 orders sitting at around 80. 25,580 here. 900. So maybe we take that, and then those sell orders take us down to that 68.30. That's a narrative I can imagine.
Ice for DSL.
Oh, this 1 minute. Damn. I saw one of my friends taking this one. Okay, so we came up. The orders have now moved to here. We came up, the orders left, and now they're moved to here. Let's take a look at ES. 68.30 is really building up. It's building and building. Eight seven. I think it's just like one below, one above. 8,750. $68.30 still there. We came so close. Okay, let's see what happens. We're coming up towards it again. Okay, we're going up to it.
Stop and Q buy.
Manipulation. So we manipulate up with one each candle, and then we engulf that candle with the next one. So really watching that 587 level, I really want to see what goes on with that, because that looks like a deterrent, or someone's holding a bunch of orders there to push price lower. Delta still pretty neutral. Plus 204, minus 266, but then the overall, the delta change was minus 470. We actually didn't engulf that candle on ES. And the candle was a lot more manipulative, that big one up. Okay, so now those orders are gone. So I imagine if we're gonna plummet, now would be the time. Okay, so these are gone.
Sweep NQ buyers. Iceberg NQ sell. Sweep NQ buyers.
So NQ is coming for that low now, but ES is a little further away from it. Okay, 5540. We just formed liquidity here. And now we're taking it.
Iceberg NQ buy. Sweep NQ buyers. Stop NQ sell. Absorption NQ sellers.
Okay, now it's back. 575. Oh, big square. So we've got 520, 520, 510.
Sweep NQ sellers. Iceberg NQ buy. Sweep NQ buyers. Stop NQ sell.
Wow, it's really slow. Yeah, all those orders still there. It's the same person. They put it here. It goes away. They put it here. So somebody wants price to move down. It's really struggling to move down. Eight orders there. That's a good number. those orders at 68.30 are thinning out now. Just now. Half of them were removed. So we're really stuck in consolidation. Between, oh, okay, now we got some other big orders. 590. Just have VWAP.
Iceberg NQ buy.
Let's check what ES looks like.
Sweep NQ buyers.
So yeah, now it looks like we're gonna go for that 68.30 level. All of those big orders are still above us. 25575, 25590. About 1,000 orders between those two blocks there. So let's see. Oh, now all the orders came back on ES. So let's see what happens as we hit this. They're getting stronger and stronger.
Iceberg NQ buy. Sweep NQ sellers.
Still haven't hit it yet. We came so close. Oh my gosh. Big orders still to the top. Now I'm seeing 500 as our next actionable target. Hmm. So 68.30 comes in, thins out, comes in, thins out, but that 500 one looks really ripe to be taken. There we go. There. Oh, now ES is going for it. Looks like it, yeah. Wow. No, both liquidities are left. So we tapped into that 1 minute. Oh, look. Okay. 75 is gone now. And we're printing back at 550. Here. And this does not want to be hit. What is this? It's nothing. 68.30. Let's take a look. 1 hour, nothing. 4 hour, nothing. It's just a target off in space. Tiny 5 minute.
Iceberg and Q buy.
So 25,587 up here. 25,550 down here. 630 on ES. Usually when liquidity is so high resistance is because we've already taken it. But I have not seen anything to the left on ES, really. Just a bunch of fair value gaps. So, I'm not really quite sure what is going on there.
And Q sellers.
Consolidation, we're between two levels. Close below that last 15 minute in the leg. Look like we're getting ready to close below that 1 hour. However, I would not trust that yet. Tiny. 1 hour and 4 hour intermediate term low. Which we do already have marked.
Sweep and Q sellers.
Okay, 25,550. we're taking it. So this could be considered manipulation. We come up one really big candle and then we engulf it in the next. But we also saw on BOOKMAP that we took liquidity, so. Can't really say we engulfed it anymore. Kind of what happened last time. On that big manipulation up. Came down, looked like it was going to engulf it. And then we got a big wick at the end of that candle. So can you imagine that if you were trading and money wasn't involved, how would you feel? So now that we're removing the money, the excitement, the reward,
00 said.
then we're really kind of being faced with what trading exactly is, which is just waiting. Okay, we printed a green square. Yeah, it really looks like we do not want to take 68.30 on ES. We came down, we swept the liquidity from when we first, excuse me. We came down, we swept the liquidity from the first time we tried to take 630. And then we kind of just had a pumperoonie. The delta, however, is getting pretty green. Cumulative volume delta, though, is 3 times as red as when we signed it. It was 1,400 on ES, and now it's 4,000. Same with NQ. It was about 700. Now it's 2,500. So really what we can see today from watching is that A, liquidity works. B, bank holidays suck. C, when we form no fair value gaps, it's not a good day to trade. Now we're coming for it. 500. 6,830. So close. I see it. All right. Thank you everyone for joining me today. I must go sign into my JOB. But I had a lot of fun here, sitting here watching the market and not trading. As we go through the days, we'll have different emotions. Right now, it feels a little boring. But I'm sure on the days where price action is amazing, that we will get that opportunity to be a lot more self-aware and be able to identify our emotions more in order to fully grow into that abundance mindset. So take a moment now. Thank you all for joining me on this 21-day trading challenge. I feel like I have been making progress in some areas of my trading and then just falling back into bad habits. So 21 days of no trading will make us disciplined, self-aware, and ready to tackle the market again with our new fresh mindset. Because if we can go 21 days without trading, then we can sit through bad market open sessions and realize. So, thank yourself all today for showing up and not trading. Thank you. Thank me. Thank you, Samaya, for showing up today and not trading. Because when we don't trade, we can feel like we're falling behind, but it's actually not true. The more we build our mindset, the more we build our mental edge, actually gives us a way better road forward in the future. So, thank you all, and I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Bye!